So when I first came to this little pond, small lake area, I kept thinking that I saw some birds. And I kept thinking how nice it is that they stay by the waterside. Herons are beautiful birds. And for quite some time I thought that I was actually seeing herons. Now I use this analogy to illustrate the hoax-lie system. I use the word real, R-E-A-L, or real, R-E-E-L, meaning false, a projected reality. Now you're hearing the geese, which are real, R-E-A-L, but you're looking at something that is not real, R-E-A-L, but R-E-E-L. In other words, they're just statues. However, if you're driving by on this little bridge right here, and you happen to glance out your window, you will say, wow, look at those heron by the water. Now that's what the hoax-lie system is. If you're familiar with the analogy of Plato's cave, the prisoners are chained, and all they have ever known and all they have ever seen are shadows projected on the cave wall. There's a fire behind them, and there's someone behind them with sticks and props and creating shadows. But they have no idea that they're shadows. And one prisoner gets loose and goes out and sees the real world, R-E-A-L, and tries to tell the ones who are still captive in the cave that they're only looking at shadows. They're only looking at projected images. And of course, the ones who are captive in the cave do not believe the one who escaped to come and tell them. You're only looking at shadows. You're only looking at images. You're only watching movies. But the world around you will not respond. And so they continue to drive by on a bridge, and then they continue to glance out their window and they say, oh wow, look, we see some birds. No, you just saw some statues, projected images on the wall of Plato's cave. A real, R-E-E-L, in a movie theater. But in your mind, you're convinced that indeed you saw some actual birds in a pond. So what you must do in order to break this from your mind is you need to go up to the object and tap it and see that it's not living. You must conduct an investigation. You must use your powers of reasoning and logic. You must use the abilities that God has given you to reason out of existence these images that are projected on a wall of Plato's cave. And that's basically what this whole system is about, is substituting something that is false and convincing you that it is completely real, R-E-A-L. So once again, I like to use the terms real, R-E-A-L, and real, R-E-E-L. You're looking at a real, R-E-E-L. False images. And the mind thinks that you actually see real birds at a pond. Go ahead, investigate anything and everything, and go right up to it and test the spirits and see if they are of God. Test the spirits and see if you're being told truth or lies. And if it came to you over the mass media, I'm going to tell you something. You're being told lies. And you're given images and statues. And not reality. The way to find reality is to read the Holy Scriptures, pray to Almighty God through Jesus Christ the Lord, and use logic and reasoning, and allow for a gift of discernment to come into your life. This concludes the video. Thank you for watching.